Hey guys, welcome to a gameplay of World of Warcraft of a priest, and we're going to start with the setup of the customization of the character. I normally don't play Blood Elves, but I choosing Blood Elf for their racial abilities, increase enchanting skill, restore resources. Actually, I don't know if there's a better uh, race. For a priest. But I'm going to stick with Blood Elf. So, I'm not too much of a guy to play around with hairstyle, hair color, and all the details of the character. Let's see, stick with the darker colored hair and no facial hair. Oh, maybe a little bit. Maybe. Nah. Alright. Okay, so that name is unavailable. Yeah, why not? So, obviously you can see that I've been playing for a while. Got 90 Druid, 90 Warrior, 90 Hunter, 90 Warlock. So I'll go ahead and send BOA over to the Priest. Yes, I have two priests now. I do this for some reason, play more than one of the same class at the same time. Don't know who they are. Let's go ahead and equip all this. Alright. Go ahead and send it over. And I'll send 50 gold. Why the hell not?
The past few years have seen unprecedented changes within the eternal land of Quel'Thalas. The Blood Elves, following the will of their crazed leader Kael'thas Sunstrider, channeled dangerous, chaotic magics to transform their sacred Sunwell into a gateway of unspeakable evil. While Kael'thas and his demonic masters were eventually defeated, a different kind of transformation occurred within the Sunwell itself, as a dying Naru sacrificed its life essence to reignite the Sunwell into a fount of holy energy. Now, the Blood Elf regent Lorthamar Theron sees a new hope on the horizon for his people. Over time, the Sunwell's light could cure the Blood Elves of their cursed state. But many still cling to the arcane powers they procured, and are hesitant to relinquish them. As one of the remaining Blood Elves, you must fight to protect Quel'Thalas, and help redeem the soul of your ancient people.
Go ahead and close all my add-ons, except the first quest, and open my mail. For those of you that are new to the game, don't know what all this gear is, we call it bind on account gear, or BOA for short. And it's essentially gear you buy on a higher level character, like a level 90, and you can send it to a lower level character, and it gives you experience boosts and stats. I'm gonna log out really quick because I forgot the leggings. Go ahead and hop back on the priest, the other priest that is. See, legs. So go ahead and attach that. Is there anything else that I need? Nah. I'll send that though. And that. Just stuff that I'll need later on. Alright. Alright, we're ready to rock and roll. Oh, let's fix some interface settings here. Let's check auto loot. I don't want it to show my helm. I want to show all my action bars. Now, I don't remember any of the add-ons that I have, so if you guys, see an add-on that you really want, I'll try and figure it out if you guys want to post down in the comment section. The beginner quests, they're really easy. You can blow through these beginner quests so fast, it's practically a joke. And actually, I believe from what I hear here, leveling on this game now is practically a joke, as in requires very little effort. You can level really fast, which is one of the main reasons why I've created this. I want something I can level quickly see how fast I can get it up to max. Uh, Gotta reach level 3 first for that quest. And then I'll learn the ability. I just started recently playing this game again. I really just didn't want to play it until next expansion, Warlords of Draenor, until that came out. So you guys notice right here, you know, sometimes it can be a little bit of overkill in how much damage I can do. And I learned level 3, or gained level 3, and I can now, what is it right here, practice Shadowward Pain. No, maybe it's not practice on mana worms, but rather on something else. I'll do it when I get back. No biggie. One nice thing about Shadowward Pain is I can cast it while moving. I just want to make sure I don't need to pick up anything here. I don't think so. So one of the abilities that the Blood Elves have is called Arcane Torrent. And that's part of the quest, and you gain 2% of your mana, and silences all the targets around you in an 8-yard radius. If you guys ever want to see gameplay of another class or another game, just hit me up and I'll see if I can't get it. I'll read this. This is the Shrine of Dathramar. You have discovered the location of the shrine. Upon further examination, you sense a stronger pulse of the strange power that has gripped the isle. You feel a bit uncomfortable standing by the shrine, and perhaps a little disturbed. The bronze placard along the side of the shrine reads, "Here stands the Shrine of Dathramar, a fitting tribute to a noble elf. Let all who gaze on this monument remember his sacrifices for our people and his dedication to the cause of our continued survival. All who prosper in Quel'Thalas do so thanks to him. That is what the Shrine of Dathomar says. One thing that I, should do that I didn't do just on these last few quests is read them, just so you guys know what's the backstory and all that. So I guess before I turn them in, I'll read them. That might be the simplest thing to do. Inventory is full. Well, I'll go ahead and head back to place the cell, and then that way I'm not deleting anything and I don't lose out on money. Not like money's not a big issue, but go ahead and pull a couple of these cubs, at least 3, because the Lynx collars are not always 100% drop rate. So just want to make sure I get them all, and I can just turn them in while I'm here. Alright, so the first one I'm going to turn in is Unfortunate Measures, so I'll go ahead and read that. Unfortunate Measures. Collect 8 lynx collars from slain Springpaw lynxes and Springpaw cubs. Return to Magistrix Erona on Sunstrider Isle when you are done. Your effort has made something clear that, honestly, I wish were not true. The unchecked power of the burning crystals has malign, interesting word, I don't know how to pronounce it, a much larger swath of the Isle's natural balance than I thought. We must now take on more unfortunate measures to reclaim control. The nearby lynxes have succumbed to the influence of the crystals, and they must be put down. Bring their collars, Catons, as I may yet be able to fashion a magical restraint to turn some back from being uncontrolled. Obviously I'm going to go with I go with the green chain vest because I don't need the sunrise bracers, as I don't gain any armor or any stats from switching out my current crappy bracers with these common bracers. So I go with the one worth the most money. It gives me no pleasure to ask you to destroy these beasts. While in times past we have lived in relative harmony with woodland creatures, these are different times. The first order of business for all Sindora is survival. Make sure you remember that. Continue. Go ahead and pick up the green chain vest. Report to Lanthon Perlon. You are to report to my assistant, Lanthon Perlon. He will instruct you on what needs to be done next. While we here at the Sunspire will continue to rein in the burning crystals, you will be focused on a more pressing matter concerning Falthrian Academy. Lanthon will explain fully when you speak to him. Simply walk west of here along the path and you should see him standing close by. Good luck, Catons. Your continued success shall be rewarded. Let's go ahead and go turn in the other quests. Alright, practice Shadow Word Pain. Learning the word. As you grow in skill, so will the array of powers that you can call upon. I'd like you to continue to become more experienced and discover a new spell. Once you do, come back and demonstrate it for me. So talk to my priest trainer. You have a knack for this, Catons. You should find no lack of people clamoring for your skills. See me again when you are ready for further training. Now, the interesting thing is, back in the previous expansions, you didn't just automatically learn the spell. You had to go to your priest trainer, your paladin trainer, or your warrior trainer, your rogue trainer. You had to sit there and click. You'd say, teach me new spells, and you'd sit there and click train and train and train. And it would cost money and money. Now you don't have to do that. Now it's much simpler. Alright, this one is the Shrine of Dathramar. Day after day I stand here watching, waiting. I have been accused of dwelling too much on our past, while my eyes look to the horizon, but it is my firm belief that each visitor to this island should honor those who have sacrificed also that they may continue to do so. Dathramar Sunstrider was our first king. He led us here from Kalimdor through the Maelstrom. Seek out his shrine to the west, and do not return to me until you read the plaque upon it in his honor. Ah, Gitans, thank you for sharing your experience at the Shrine of Dathramar. First off, you should be commended for your sense of duty and respect. It will serve you well not only here, but in all of Azeroth as well. As for the odd sensation, it is no doubt a contributing part of the taint that has befallen Sunstrider Isle. We shall keep an eye on it. Thank you for alerting us to it. Most of these quests are just rewarding experience in silver and money, which is fine. This one, I believe, it's a fistful of silvers. Many of the creatures here on the Isle were at one point bound into non-aggression and complicity by our magical skills. When the Scourge destroyed the Sunwell, our hold over these creatures shattered. Arcane silvers are the remnants of the control we once had, and as such might be usable in fashioning a new device to aid us in regaining their control. Better still, perhaps the silvers could be used to see what malaise the Isle truly suffers under. Splendid. These will do nicely. Sounds kind of evil. I've been doing quite a bit of thinking on the current malaise Sunstrider Isle suffers under. One possible course of action I had pondered was to collect these arcane silvers from the beasts on the Isle. In doing so, they could be experimented on. This would provide a potential source of culpability. Anyway, I will tend to the research. Allow me to place this incantation on you. I believe you'll make good use of it. It's a cloak. We don't need it. We're just gonna accept it. And we also get a buff. Increase our stamina by 5 and spirit by 5. And we can walk up to the weaponsmith and vendor the junk we don't need. Like that. And that. And that. And that. And pretty much all of this. Alright. This one is Thirst Unending. You've done well today, Kitans. Your willingness to learn shows that you may very well rise above the unyielding cravings you must endure as a blood elf. Rest not on your laurels, young one, but instead seek to master what you have learned. Only through diligence will we as a race survive. Take this. It may be of some use to you. Go now, and bring glory once more to our people. No, I apparently forgot to read it. Oh wait, I can still read it. The description of the quest is, if there is only one lesson you deign to remember, from your time on Sunstrider Isle, let it be this. Control your thirst for magic. It is a thirst unending, Kitans. What you absorb must be controlled and released via arcane torrent. Failure is to become one of the wretched, hopelessly addicted, and insane. Seek out a mana worm and unleash your arcane torrent upon it. Learn to master your power. When you've sufficiently released an arcane torrent, return to me. And here we are returning to him, because all we had to do was press 0. Again, our only usable reward here are these pants. However, we already have significantly better pants, as you can see with the currently equipped on the right hand side with the tattered Dread Mist leggings. So because we already have something better, I look for something that's the most expensive, or the item with the highest sell price, in which case it's still the pants. So let's go ahead and pick those up and just kind of run back here to the vendor again and vendor those. Pick up an extra 17 useless copper that we don't need. Now we need to go finish Solanian's belongings. With all the chaos happening here at Sunspire, I haven't had a chance to collect my belongings I've left outside at various places on the isle. I must maintain my vigil over the Sunwell here, so I'll ask you to collect them in my stead. I need my scrying orb, my scroll of scourge magic, and my journal. Use this satchel for some extra space, as my things are rather bulky. Return them to me and I'll give you a little something, you know, for the effort. You can keep the satchel as well. I remember coming over here back when Burning Crusade first came out, when it was first released. These feral tenders and the just regular tenders, they were all hostile. So anytime you'd come in here, you'd have to fight your way to the scrying orb, which sits upon this little ledge. And it takes you 3 seconds to open it up. But in one of the patches, they changed all of the NPCs to be non-aggressive, so they'd show up yellow like that, as opposed to red, as you'll see later. Have you had a chance to find my belongings? Once we reassert our dominance over Sunstrider Isle, I will need them in my work. For now, though, I must maintain my watch over the Sunwell, or what remains of it. Well done. I knew you'd be perfect for the task. Once it's safe to make use of our outdoor facilities on the Isle, I'll be putting these things to good use. Like I mentioned, please feel free to keep the satchel. Also, you may find this piece of armor to be useful. Consider it ample compensation for a simple task performed dutifully. We gain 3 armor by picking up these Well Watcher gloves, so we really don't need the money. So I'll just go ahead and do that and equip them. And that's my time for today, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you guys want me to continue it, just go ahead and tell me so down in the comment section below. If you guys have any questions or comments on things I should do, things I shouldn't do, go ahead and put those down in the comment section, and we'll see from there. I hope you guys enjoyed it.